How's it going, guys? Today we're back with another guide for the Ny'alotha raid. Today we'll be looking at Shad'har on the normal difficulty. This is a fairly straightforward tanking fight on its normal difficulty, and even on its heroic it has a few similarities, we can say, with Ursoc in the Emerald Nightmare if you ever did that raid back in Legion. So the main premise of this normal encounter is based around two debuffs for the tanks. The first of these debuffs being Crush, which hits the tank for a fairly reasonable amount of damage and should probably be taken with some form of mitigation. You should be able to manage this with a lesser mitigation though, rather than a big cooldown. Crush also increases your physical damage by 50% and increases the amount of damage that you take from the other debuff by 400%. So now that we've mentioned it, the other debuff is called Dissolve, which hits you with a small amount of nature damage and a slightly higher amount of damage every 1 second for 15 seconds. This debuff does stack, and as long as you don't have the Crush debuff on you, this ability shouldn't cause you any problems at all. Tanks just need to remain switched on in the combo and be ready to take their allocated debuff. On normal, his combo will be one of those abilities each, so as long as both of the tanks get separate debuffs, you're absolutely fine. It's pretty much our entire fight as far as it goes for tanking, like that is the premise of our entire fight. However, I feel like it's worth talking about boss positioning as it plays an important role later in the fight, but again, it's nothing too taxing. In phase 1 and 2 you should tank the boss in the middle of the room facing away from the raid, which is easy enough to do as we've pretty much done that since day dot. However, in phase 3 the boss will cast Bubbling Overflow, which will coat the entire central platform of the encounter space. This for us tanks to have him tanked at the side of the circle, avoiding both green puddles that players spawn and the one in the middle, and also the water on the edge of the platform, as they all hurt. We do continue our taunt rotation, however now we just kite the boss around the outside of the room to avoid expanding the green circles, or to avoid the expanding green circles, sorry. And to start, we'll say it's probably easier to start where the boss triggers his last phase, as shown on the diagram on screen. His last phase is kite him clockwise from that point until the fight finishes. You don't have to move as much as normal, but it's good to get the practice down for heroic when you eventually go there. But yeah, keep the same taunt rotation, just move clockwise with him and don't stand in the green. So yeah, that's about it guys as far as it goes. So as always, good luck with your kill. Any questions, please don't hesitate to ask below. If you found the guide helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like, just to show me that I'm explaining it well enough for you guys. And if you want more boss guides, please subscribe. I'll be finishing off the normal Ny'alotha guides very shortly and beginning the heroic strategy guides for you. Till then though guys, thanks a lot for watching. Take it easy. Bye now.